Best Travel Camera 2023. If you're looking to capture memorable photos on your next big trip, then one of the best travel cameras should be at the top of your packing list. Number 1. OM System OM5. The OM5 is only a relatively minor update of the Olympus OM-D-EM5 Mark III, but its combination of talents make it an ideal travel camera in our book, particularly if you want the flexibility of interchangeable lenses. It shoehorns a lot of features into a compact, weatherproof body that's compatible with a wealth of equally small lenses. Most of its skills, including excellent in-body image stabilization and computational photography modes. Number 2. Panasonic Lumix ES200/TZ200. With smartphones now raising the bar for point-and-shoot photography, compact cameras have to offer something special to justify their place in your travel bag. The ZS200/TZ200 does that with its large 1-inch sensor and versatile 50x optical zoom. It might be towards the upper end of the budget compact camera market, but Panasonic's travel zoom continues to offer great value. Its large 1-inch sensor produces better natural image quality than most smartphones. Despite the latter's advances in multi-frame processing, our tests found colors to be nice and punchy, with the dynamic range allowing you to recover lost shadow detail with post-processing if needed. Even at 20-form, vignetting and distortion is nicely controlled. There's also a handy built-in electronic viewfinder, which makes it easier to compose images in bright light. It's still quite pricey, but this is still the best travel zoom compact camera available right now. Number 3. Sony Cybershot RX10-7. Sony revolutionized premium compact cameras with the original RX10 as it was the first pocket-sized camera to feature a large 1-inch sensor. They were always great for travel, but thanks to a relatively limited zoom lens, were perhaps sometimes overlooked in favor of super zoom rivals. Things changed when we got to the RX10 VI, which paired a much longer lens than ever before, and now we've seen some real refinement with the latest RX10-7 model. The sacrifice for making the lens longer is losing the super wide aperture of previous generations, but if you're mainly going to be shooting in sunny climes, this probably won't be a big deal. There's also a heck of a lot of power under the hood of the RX10-7. It houses features that you might not ever use, such as a ridiculous 9/10 burst mode, as well as those that are more commonplace, such as 4K video. Number 4. Fujifilm X-T30 II. The X-T30 II may only be a minor upgrade on its predecessor, but that's fine by us. The original X-T30 was a modern classic. This fine update is similarly ideal for travel and everyday shooting, if you like to swap lenses for different looks in shooting situations. At its heart is Fujifilm's trusty 26.1 MP APS-C sensor, while the real benefit over rivals like the Nikon Z. Below is its range of excellent X-mount prime lenses. If you like to shoot street photography in particular, then pairing the X-T30 II with something like the XF35mm-2 is a dreamy combination. On the downside, while many XF lenses are weather-resistant, the X-T30 II itself isn't, and there's no in-body image stabilization, IBIS either. This isn't a major issue if you mainly shoot in daylight, but if you do need IBIS, then it's worth checking out the larger Fujifilm X10. Otherwise, the X-T30 II is a fine travel companion and one of the best cameras for beginners. It has a cracking sensor that produced excellent results in our tests, and has good autofocus plus relatively speedy shooting, all of which makes it an all-rounder that's well worth considering for your city breaks. Number 5. Canon EOS R10. Like its EOS R7 sibling, Canon's EOS R10 is a compact mirrorless camera with modern smarts and a familiar sensor. Despite its entry-level price tag, it benefits from an impressive list of features for fledgling travel photographers. With the Digix processor inside, the R10 gets top autofocus tech and 15th burst shooting speeds. In our tests, the R10 proved impressively quick and sticky when focusing, making it ideal for whipping out when action unfolds in front of you. Our time with the camera also revealed the R10's lightweight design to be comfortably familiar, with its fully articulating touchscreen offering genuine versatility when shooting on the move. One unfortunate omission is in-body image stabilization, which adds to the EOS R10's limitations in low-light conditions. That said, it's certainly capable of decent stills and video in good light. And while it doesn't reinvent the genre, the R10 brings a new level of performance chops to the APS-C arena. Together with its accessible pricing, it's a top candidate for takeaway camera duties, especially for existing Canon hobbyists. Number 7. Nikon Z. Travel photography is all about capturing memories, and Nikon Z fully embraces the concept of nostalgia. It's a stunning homage to the 30-year-old Nikon FEM II, complete with retro styling, dimensions, and dials. While some photographers might wish for a full-frame sensor, the ZFC's APS-C number does a stellar job of capturing stills and 4K video, aided by reliable tracking autofocus. Our test found that its 20.9 MP sensor had an excellent handle on noise, especially under ISO 800, while dynamic range was impressive. Its vari-angle touchscreen is also a brilliant addition, making it easy to frame travel selfies or folding away completely for a leather-back look that lets you pretend it's the 80s. The Nikon ZFC isn't as sturdy as the camera that inspired it. There's no weatherproofing, for example, but it's still a beautifully unique camera for casual use, and with dedicated dials for ISO, shutter speed, and exposure, plus a customizable lens ring, it's also an easy one to control on the go. Number 8. Fujifilm X100V, a premium compact camera with a fixed 23mm/2 lens and a design that's been inspired by 1950s analog cameras. Sounds like the very definition of niche, and yet, Fujifilm's X100V is one of the best travel cameras you can buy, as long as you're okay with that single focal length and no zoom. For a start, it takes the X100F small form factor and adds a supremely useful tilting touchscreen. The advantages are support for touchscreen gestures and easier shooting at low or high angles. Inside, a new 26.1 MP sensor and X processor 4 combined to produce improved autofocus, image quality, and high ISO performance. Our test found that noise was well controlled up to ISO 6400, while photos had bags of detail with realistic colors, and in the option to shoot 4K/30 footage on the fly, as well as a higher resolution hybrid EVF. And you've got a properly capable pocket performer, provided you're happy to pay a premium. Number 9. Olympus PEN E-7. The PEN E-7 draws on the spirit and specs of previous Olympus models to create a fresh, travel-friendly mirrorless camera. Its tried and tested TruePic Roman 8 engine won't make headlines, but the combination of attractive retro styling, a streamlined build, and effective 5-axis image stabilization make it a compelling choice for beginners and journey makers. Vloggers won't be blown away by its video specs, while the lack of a viewfinder will be a deal-breaker for some. But the trade-off is a sleek, stylish body which hits the scales at just 430